I give up, that's not enough. Oh, it's there. Craig Lloyd, you're a champion for excellence. There you are.
This is typical. Nobody hates IT more than me. It couldn't happen. Every time we used to bring, they said, well, go ahead and figure out what the IT's doing. I'd say, no, bring charts. First of all, I want to thank the Hall of Fame and the board, present and past inductees. You know, I always say, who'd have thunk that I would be up here today in the esteemed crowd that we've had in the past recipients. It's truly humbling, and I'm just amazed that this is happening. You know, my wife and I moved to Sioux Falls, South Dakota 43 years ago when my uncle told me to go to South Dakota to manage some low-income apartments after graduating from college. Well, I get bored real easy, so I started building houses, nights and weekends, and at that time I decided, well, this isn't a bad deal. And my uncle came in and says, you know, I don't like you building houses nights and weekends. Either you're fired or we're going to be partners. So the rest is history. His sister, Mickey Steiner's here with her son, Peter Steiner, and the daughter, Louise, was Bob's daughter. And thank you so much for showing up tonight and being here to celebrate this. You know, Pat is one, should be up here, and she's as much a part of what our successes in Lloyd companies is as anybody else. She's the one that came up with all the programs that we've done, all the different forms, everything that made it do. And I just became the dreamer, and she became the doer, and that was not only in the business but at home. And I'm so proud of her and all her accomplishments. But she deserves every bit of the glory that I'm getting tonight. She also deserves. You know, I want to thank the people that nominated me, Don Scott, Bill Hanks, and Lori Lewison. When they came to talk to us about nominating me, first you're humbled. Next thing you think they're crazy, and I think after they went through the process, they decided they were crazy too. But a lot of nice things were said, and what made Craig Lloyd do what the things he's done? You know, family's very important to me. Being philanthropic is very important. An entrepreneur with a lot of spirit, relationships, and creativity. I want to thank some of the people that are responsible for that. First of all, family. I married Pat, and I inherited being an only child, I inherited an Irish family with 2 brothers, 4 sisters, 2 of the nicest parents you ever wanted to meet in your life, and a whole raft of traditions. The Irish have more traditions than anybody I've ever seen in my life. And then I also had 3 children. Pat and I have been so blessed with that. Liz Lloyd, Christy Ernst, and Mary Huber. And we have 2 son-in-laws, Wayne and Todd. They let me give excuses why I need to go fishing and why I need to go hunting, why I need to go golfing. They gave us 3 or 4 grandchildren, Libby, Ellie, Ari, and Evan. They are so much fun. I wish I'd had them first, and then we could have talked about the rest. You know, entrepreneur spirit. My dad says, Craig, you can do anything you want. You just dream it and work hard, and you'll succeed. I just wish he was here tonight to see this dream. Relationships have been really important to our success of our company. As many of you know, I've done a lot of contracts on napkins, usually bar napkins, and I've done a lot of handshakes with no contracts. Drives my lawyer nuts, but we always seem to work through it. But with that, I have had patient bankers, patient investors, patient co-workers, and that has been the most important thing to us, is the integrity of doing what you say you're going to do and do it. I can't see. Persistence. That has been something that, first of all, I'm not patient at all. And second thing is I'm very persistent. And what's helped me be persistent over the years is Dale Fuller was our CFO for many years. He helped me through the 80s, worked really, really hard, and we survived. And then in the 2007, 8, and 9 comes along, and our new CEO, Lauren Kepsel, he came out of a nice, comfortable job at Augustana, and he helped us through that time, being persistent with all kinds of different financing mechanisms, working with banks, and making it happen. And I want to thank them for all their persistence and helping me through everything. Another very persistent guy, because he always says, well, you got to go do this and you got to do that, and that didn't mean if he's at the city of Sioux Falls or not, is Steve Medley. And he was always there and said, you can do this and you can do this, and hell, I believed him, so that's why we did some of the things we did. Creativity, as I mentioned, my mother was the most creative thing in the world. I suffer from a learning disability, it's dyslexia. And she helped me work with my writing, seeing things the right way instead of the backwards way, and everything else. And it wouldn't have been for her and her tenaciousness, I sure in the heck would never be here today. Being inducted into the Hall of Fame is a great honor, as I have already said. And, you know, I was down in Sioux City the other day looking at some different things, and a guy had on his stationery something from Luke. I'm not very good at the Bible verses or anything else, but I thought it was very appropriate. To whom much is given, much is required. And when someone has been entrusted with much, even more will be required. And that's a challenge, and it's a challenge to all of us because we live in South Dakota. And we want to be champions of excellence. And it just gives me something else to look forward to and strive to be a better person and strive to be and give more back to South Dakota. So thank you very much for this honor.
Craig Lloyd, you're a champion for excellence.